Hello and welcome back to the sequel contest, where unfortunately we are experiencing technical difficulties. So a couple of points, I guess, before we get on. First I'll just address this. I solved this room, and my video was of a random folder on my desktop and not actually the game, so I have a recording of my voice process, but I'm probably just gonna ditch it and yeah, because I can't imagine that would make terribly interesting content just as a audio only. So I'm just going to go back through and play my replay on this one. It was totally my fault. I'm just really bad at recording. That's a problem I haven't had before and probably won't have again now that I know to check it. Another point, in terms of chronological order of recordings, as I mentioned in that lost episode, this is, I guess, now episode 7. Episode 6 was the first one that I did. I then did episodes 1 through 5 when I decided I should go back through and play the original holds these are sequels of. And then 7, which would have been this, and is now, well, this, is the actual episode 7 from after I have previewed the prequels. Yes, okay, I think that's everything I wanted to say there. Right, so let's just go back to this room. This room was pretty hard. This one took me 35 minutes to play through, which was more than these 3 rooms combined. And the main issue I had was with this door here. I hit this early and then couldn't, well, okay, let's... where is it? F6. Okay, let's watch the demo. Back up. Okay, so I can control this manually. Right, let's see the evil eyes. That'll make this make more sense. So this room is all about manipulating the puffs to go to certain eyes, which requires distances. For example, well, I'll talk about them as we go through the replay. But it also requires turn order where puffs are getting caught on other puffs in order to set up actually getting into specific areas. Finally, if I click, it's just going to end it, right? So I cannot click. That's good to know. Finally, the effects of the items here. So as we're going to see, I cannot kill any of the puffs with the mirrors. I need 1 puff for every eye. When I press this pressure plate, it opens those 2 doors. So the goal now is to step on both of these so that I can open this. These just give me sort of a one-way route that the puffs can never take, but that I can. So that's what these exist for. These open this door. This puff kills this eye. This pressure plate that the eye is on will toggle both of these doors. However, this, which is where we ultimately want to put the mirror, toggles all 5 of these doors, which means that I need to get puffs into both of these pockets before I open this door. So one of the mistakes I had early on was opening this right away just to kill that. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea, but anyway. So this is just going to be a bunch of dancing. Right. Waiting for the puffs to get into position, a lot of waiting, running around. And there we go. So we got through. So now what we want to do is we want to kill these 2 eyes so that we can get the doors open. And to do that, we basically need puffs to be stuck in this area. I think I do this one first, so let's just... Like I said, lots of dancing around. There we go. I'm going to get puffs along here, and then from here, if I'm standing over in this corner, it might be this row, or column I guess, this puff will move north towards the eye. Again, turn order, which again I can't click on the puffs because this is a replay, sorry about that, but turn order will allow the puff to stay long enough for this to make sense. I got the puffs, so we need to throw that. Works, get it through, and now I need to survive all these puffs and do this again. Also, I don't want to attract these puffs down too early because that makes everything harder. During this segment, I had the puff selected, like I'd left clicked on it so I could see its target at all times so that I knew when I was moving too close to it or not. Because that was an easier way of counting. Okay, so we're back around. So yeah, I don't want to move north from here because then I'll get the attention of these puffs. I think I'm forced to do that just to get around these. Yeah, so now I have to deal with all of the puffs. And yeah, there we go. So here I'm getting the puff into position. Now I can't get through here until I've cleared all of these puffs, so now I have to dance around for a while until I've got the puffs out of the way and I can go north. Okay, so that was all of that. So yeah, as demonstrated, this affects all of these doors. One thing I did consider with these eyes is if I sent two puffs up this way with enough of a spacing between them, I could get the attention of a puff while it was here if I was over here. The problem is if it's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. The problem was if the puff ever goes here, it's attracted to that eye forever, and I would have lost my chance because it'll only go to here. So I did consider that as an option. For all I know, that might even be the intended option. That's probably why these are here. But I was able to find another way of dealing with these eyes. Again, just dancing around, I don't think it's terribly interesting to go over all of these moves individually. So what am I doing here? I'm trying to get enough distance that... no, actually, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the mirror through. That's my current goal. So I'm just trying to get enough distance that the puffs will be out of my way, and then I charge up with the mirror, run around a bit again to get the puffs to leave. Yeah, there we go. Use some vertical preference to get the puffs where they need to be. There we go. Those eyes are awake, that doesn't matter. So now, dancing around the puffs forever. And because of vertical preference, basically if I want the puffs to go for these eyes, I can have them go as far south as here for me to gain the distance. Now I don't want the second puff going in right away, so I come north to get its attention, and then we're going to repeat the same process on the other side. Good enough. And enough distance. Okay. Again, don't want more than one puff going in at a time. Now here, this was an issue I had. Because of the turn order of these eyes, so what's going to happen here? Turn order is a huge issue here. Because it's 1, 2, 3. What that means is, because of the spacing of this, the puffs are going to come up, and they're not going to go for the, well, first of all, they will go for this eye, they won't go for that one. So 1, 2, 3. Which I guess I'll kill this and then I'll talk about what I'm actually talking about. Let's get enough distance. You're going to be attracted to this. But then, you're going to change your mind because you're now attracted to this. That only works for you. It doesn't work for you. This is me making a mistake, I think, because this is where I discovered that you will be attracted to this. So you'll go up to here. Then you'll be, from one of these positions, you'll be attracted to this. So then you get stuck into this pocket, which is great. That's what I want. The problem is, because these don't have the exact same turn order, of course, two monsters can't have the same turn order, the second puff is going to do the same thing. It's going to go in here as well. So I have to stop that puff and come back north. And I have to use turn order to set it up so that you're closer to this than to this. Because with 2 puffs, there we go. That there will actually let me get a puff here. And that was the trick at the very end here. Accidentally attracted the puff when I didn't want to. And then from here, I have enough time to run away and it'll be attracted to where it needs to go. And that's the room. No reason to hit both those pressure plates, I just felt like it. And there we go. Right, so I don't feel like a whole lot was actually lost, because, yeah, I talked through the replay in 25 minutes, less than it took me to solve the room, but basically that was my entire process for that. Okay. And yes, my recorder is actually recording the video footage this time, like it usually does, so I have that dealt with. Okay, so we have an envelope. I think I looked at this room earlier, briefly. We have 4 puffs, 2 monsters, and one of them is going to be spawning additional monsters, which means that, in all likelihood, 2 roaches are going to be involved in the solution here, but not... well, yeah, that's what we have to be careful about. Okay, so if I want to deal with this, step on this to open that. Something has to step on this to toggle both of those, and I need it to stay there. Something has to stand here. I'll open this and trap me in here. And then this just looks like a headache. Well, okay, so what I do, this actually doesn't look that bad now that I've spent half a second thinking about it. I need to get you attracted to something, which, I mean, you're automatically going to be attracted to this Roach Queen. So you're going to come down here. And then when you're in this position, you will go up like that. The problem potentially is if I end up with, say, a Roach Queen here. Is that even possible? Might not be. You're going to be stuck here. We need you to go up this way. I don't think that's going to be an issue. In fact, we might even be able to drag you all the way up ourselves manually. Okay, the problem is, okay, so I think what's going to happen is we're going to want a roach here. We're going to want a roach here. This roach is trivially dealt with. Could even be the Roach Queen here, actually. This conflict. Do we want you for anything, or can we just get this puff to kill you? Right, I can get through if I want. If I do that, I'm stuck. If I wait, he'll do that. Okay, you're dead. Is that just a delaying mechanism that's going to prevent me from getting into position for this queen? I wonder. Because I need this held down. Okay, I'm going to chase you up. You're going to spawn 2 roaches in 1 cycle. For some reason I was thinking you were going to do 1 roach a cycle. If you stood here without doing anything, that would have been the case. But if you move at all, unless I chase you back into here, which I could. In fact, let's be less dumb. And do that. So you're only going to spawn 1 roach here, but if you spawn a roach here, that's really bad. Because then from there we can't actually deal with you. But if I send you out at this point, yeah, that's not good at all. Let's just start getting you moving. So if you have you spawn 2 from there, 1 roach will go here. The other roach we can easily get here if it's following us. So we want the queen to kill this. Queen killed by this pup. This pup goes here. The problem with this is I haven't actually moved the pup now because I've chased the queen north. But I think that'll be okay, maybe, or a slight complication I need to concern myself with. I think I'm dead here. Yeah. There we go, conflict dead. So this structure will let me get around a roach. Still haven't hit this though, which is a problem. Well, let's just see what happens. There we go. Okay. So there's no more issues there. Get the puff out. I think this is fine, actually. So you are going to activate both of those and close me here. That's fine, because then this pup just kills you. So I need to somehow time this. I think I'm fine. I might have timed that poorly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think actually this is perfect. There we go. Okay, no problem. So the optic was a delaying mechanism. Have to solve once north again. This room I did hear about in chat. People were complaining about having to go back through after it was already cleared. Can't remember which way. There was one way that people were saying was impossible or that it was really hard. Both ways are in fact possible. This is what I eventually gathered from that conversation. Regardless, I think I just want to do something like this. It's a problem with Caravel chat. I love interacting with the people there and seeing what they're talking about and discussing DROD in general. But when a contest is going on, especially if you're being really slow about playing stuff, which I have been in this instance, I don't have enough time to do this. Okay, this is terrible. Everything about this is terrible. But this is entirely my fault. I screwed up. I was distracted. There we go. What am I even doing? Yeah, if you're being really slow about doing your contest entry stuff, then not enough time. It's not gonna work. Okay, so we'll do what we've been doing, just waiting a turn here. Problem is, so we do that. Oh, okay, that was easier than I thought. Equals Palace of the Travel by Konachi. Okay. Alright, so done level 1. Like I said, I'm pretty sure there's going to be more. First floor. Your best choice now is run. Okay. Unrequired. This is looking more like that one room from Palace of the Travel that I did see. I guess we'll do that. There are green doors, so this is probably... Oh, not published on CaravelNet. I can't use that sheet. Something I noticed with Palace of the Travel. I could go F6 and check. It's like, oh, no high scores for this room. Okay, it's not possible to clear. I suspect, however, that I am actually going to be killing all of these, because there's a green door, and I need to go down the stairs. Okay, so this is a lot more like what my experience was with the base game, I think. Now, this is a red room. This is a red room, but I can see right away that unless there's some sort of crazy scripting, I'm not actually dealing with this, killing these. So this is a room that will never have high scores. Additionally, based on what I know from previous games, this is probably divided into compartments. Yeah, so it looks like this is one pass of the room, and then I'm going to do something up here. I'm going to come back down, do something with this, which is why this might be a timer for that. And then I guess it's just 2 passes of this room. Okay. But yeah, so this is very much Palace of the Travel-esque. Okay, if I step on this, this is going to burn. Eventually it's going to open that. Why don't I just step on it and ignite it myself? Because then I don't have to dodge. I don't have to dodge this roach. Right? I don't have to dodge this roach, and what am I doing here? This arrow, which is probably, so the roach is probably going to hit this. It's going to kill the brain. There are no other brains. Well, I guess, except for inside the guard, I suppose. So I'm going to hit that. This will let me through here. Now these will deactivate if I wait for 3 roaches. So 3 spawns later, these will be deactive and I can run roach through here. 4 spawns later, I'd better have already gotten up here. Okay. And then there's stuff here. I think that at this point, I probably don't want the roach chasing me. Oh boy. Yeah, this is, at least there will be no brain, and these will be on eventually, so maybe I can just kill all the on-click. This looks like a lot of really fiddly movement. Might not be that bad. So if I just do this... In fact, I want to wait 3 cycles, and I don't want to just be running around here, right? So... like, I might as well... that was timed too late. I have performed this action poorly. Just a reminder at this point that when I did the original Parallels with the Travel, I completed half of a room that looked like this, so like this kind of a pass, in about half an hour, and that was all the progress I made. So this difficulty is comparable. Well, that's what we got to look forward to. Okay, so I can't lead you south. So let's go... I mean, I guess I can do that. I can do this. You're no longer brained. Good, you're not gonna die. I need you... I can get you around this way, I'm pretty sure. Good. And... oh. Let's do that. There we go. Made it through in time. Okay, that wasn't too bad at all. Hopefully this last little arena here will also not be too bad. So first, release the Wraithwings. Okay. They're all scared of me, so this isn't a problem yet. Adders from release, I don't really care. This, just, yeah, that did that, I don't care. Okay, none of this stuff matters anymore. Purely just a timer. That. Not good. Yeah. Okay, I knew that would get me out, but I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know what I was going to do afterwards. Okay. Okay, so let's try something different. Let's let the Wraithwings out. Hope that they don't kill me. I don't want you guys going in there. Okay. Okay, this is a little bit different than what I had before. I think this is good because you are now going to block this. What's your movement order? On-click or slow? Well, they're all mixed up. You're deliberately slower than the others. Anyway. Well. I was hoping that you were going to come south and attack me. You're all just scared of me. Okay, maybe that's not the position I want you in. Which is annoying. I don't really know what else to do with you. I can just wait, I guess. The reason I think that's killing me is because you're running? Is that right? No, you're going first. No, because you're 3 away from another Wraithwing, that's why. Over here I'm dead. Here I'm okay, but I'm dead on the next turn. You already have this, yeah. Ah. Multiple Wraithwing manipulation, my favorite. This death? That. This is where Infinite Undo would be nice, just to deal with you guys. Okay, well, I've got one of you up there. Is this better from this angle? I'm chasing you back into the box, which isn't really what I want. Yeah, we're just back in this situation again, which is completely counterproductive. What do I even do from here? I don't know. But wait, you're just gonna... You might have a different turn order now, which might make things turn out better in my favor, but I somehow doubt it. Because what I really want is I want a Wraithwing here. Because then I can... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that would be perfect. I've got a Wraithwing blocking this. Then I could step here, and have all the Onflict die. Do that. Safe, but I didn't kill anybody. Well, this is going a little bit long. I don't really want to leave this in the middle like this, but I think this last arena I've made about 0 progress on. So that might be where I take this up in the next episode. But yeah, initial impressions of this first part was pretty trivial, and then multiple Wraithwing manipulation, which is always pretty awful. We'll give it one more go. I have to hit this. I don't have a choice. There's no way to get you guys out. It isn't. Your order's different now. Does that make a difference? No. Like... Let's just... I don't know. Okay, let's just get one out at a time. Yeah, just deal with one. Okay, well, this is not really what I wanted, but I guess it'll work. Hopefully we didn't need any of those. I'll just keep you there, and what happens? Good. Okay. Yeah, I can keep you there indefinitely now, as long as I don't leave this row. So what's this gonna do? It's gonna just open that. That's fine. And then it's just some serpent manipulation, neither of which I can ever actually kill. So this is just dodge the snakes. Okay, made it. We're not going to do the Wraithwing. Wraithwing's too fast for that. Okay. Yeah, so this is about what I was expecting. It looks like there's another room off to the east here. Oh, this is a mess. Another timer. One pass, which goes down there, which then comes through here, comes back up here. Second pass, which goes through here, some room off to the east. Third pass comes through here. Potential roach. Oh, that's literally it. I was expecting awful things to happen with these. Oh, this is going to be a braining puzzle with the guard. Which is fine, Okay, so... brain again. Yeah, so that's Palace of the Trouble. Again, I got, in an episode of this, I got half a room done in about 20 minutes or so, plus the stuff I had finished on the first level. But yeah, that's going to be it for now. I guess I will continue running away in the next episode.